Hello YouTube, and welcome back to some Minecraft Hole. This is part 43. I have chickens, plenty of chickens. Oh yeah, I remember the sacrifice I made at the end of last part. Okay, that didn't do anything good for me. Not saying that one out loud, Nemo, not before 30 seconds fit on the recording. Goodness gracious. A little maintenance here. Okay. Cool. That going. The rest of that back for now. Alright. Let's put this stuff away, I suppose. I should really cook this chicken, but since it's only the one, I'm gonna hold off on it. And then mob drops here. Alright, cool. So, what I said at the end of last part, get in there. Don't have free will. Oh, well, thanks for pooping. What I'm going to start off with is tracing around the outside. And to keep placing blocks around the outside. So this is potentially a maintenance part where I'm not actually making progress directly on the hole. But I'm making progress in the sense that, I'm future-proofing myself a little bit. Because that'll even start here, because if there's wood here, the rest of the way down is not as secure. So this is gonna, yeah, be a time and a half. That's what we're doing today. Making future Marf much happier. And the good news is this won't need to be the entire 2000 by 2000, but it's enough of it that I don't know if I'll finish this today. This maintenance part. But we will do what we can. And if the boys are watching this, my IRL boys, make sure Max sees this, because Max will have a conniption and then you can laugh at him. So many eggs. I love it. Need all of the new chickens. Well, you popped that one right after I got him. Oh my god. Nice. Yep. This will be probably a shorter stream, chat, unless I get like a 17th win today. Because I had work for the first half of the day, then I had a stressful doctor's visit, and then after that stressful doctor's visit, I had to get all of my testing and everything lined up. So I've had a day, and then it like stormed the worst it stormed in like probably a year or two here where I am. And although there was no danger to it, it was still kind of wild. Are you ready for me? Yeah, you are. I don't have the inventory space for that. I don't know why I started this. Okay. I'm very distracted by being in home base doing this. But yeah, the stream will probably go still about 2 hours at least. I like to go at least 2 hours. And after that, all bets are off. I still can't pick up eggs right now. This will also deplete my cobblestone pretty greatly, so it'll be interesting to see what that looks like after this. Stop it. Stop getting happy feet. There's a lot of active cloacas down there. Oh, I don't like the drowned. I can sleep through the night when I get back up here. We'll at least minimize the mobs around me. Assuming this guy's far enough away, he might not be. I might have to take him out. Okay, never mind. We're good. How's all this stuff going? Oh. A little too well. Wait, I need to replant this. Oops. No. Don't be free. Goodness gracious. There's still a drowned in the water here. That may become an issue at some point. Yeah, I'm just gonna take care of him now. Come here. Okay, thanks. Oops. Yep. You good? You look good. Yeah. Okay. Should really retail that one piece, but eh. Oops. I was hoping this would be a little bit faster. Damn it. Fine, I'll do it the hard way. Guess that wasn't that hard, but still. I could have left that there too. It wasn't really hurting anything in the grand scheme of things. It was hurting things in the short scheme of things. The less grand. Grandant. Haunting chicken all the time. Alright, well, soon I'll be at least past the wood section, so I'll be able to get back up to breathe easier. Annoying. So many. There we go. Oh, where'd I put my real food? Did I put it away? I did. Alright, well, let me keep that on me. I'm gonna get some seaweed. Oops. Close to the end of this platform, that will make me happy. Alright, cool. Nice. We're there. To the easier to breathe section. There we go. Nemo gets quote 69. Let it be known. I kept glancing back at chat and seeing it, and it stayed funny. And it will continue to be funny out of context going forward. Let me take the time to make these into blocks now. How would I have a larger number of them? Okay. Stop it. Okay, that'll do me for a while. Should be... Yes. Okay. I'm gonna replenish my reserves here. Let me just get rid of this stuff. It's all 40 seeds. You know what? Let me make some more children of the cluck. I know most of these at this point are just going to raising the children faster, but it's fine. Yeah, plenty. Okay. Call it there for now. Okay. The feather. And seeds. Back we go into the depths. Of course, now I can't collect that seaweed until I have another stack ready. Hi, Theo. Welcome in, friendo. Solid reminder there. Yo, I hope you had a good day. Sending you good vibes, friend. Happens. Sorry to hear that for you. Does indeed happen. Been there. Oh, I'm alright. I slept like shit last night. To the point where my watch didn't even register half an hour of my sleep. Because I was just like so dysregulated. And then I worked a half day of work, which was a very long half day of work. And I had a doctor's appointment that was 40 minutes away from me. Where I came out of it feeling okay, but now I have to go for a bunch more tests and see where that goes from there. So I spent part of my evening as well scheduling those tests and getting that all set up. And then I had a massive thunderstorm here, which was actually kind of nice. But that's my day in a nutshell. You had therapy and then a normal checkup after. Some Wendy's, nice. Chocolate frosty cream cold brew. Interesting. Came home, played Stardew, and had a little nappy nap, and now you're playing more Stardew. Hell yeah. Stardew has you, its claws hooked in you right now. Thank you, Theo. It's going to be an interesting week, because most of the tests that I have scheduled now are this week. So it's still very busy in that sense. And then, I'm working Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and then Friday is the beginning of my vacation. So I have a lot to get done at work before I sign off at the end of the day Thursday. I'm hoping it doesn't require me to work any extra hours this week, but we shall see. It'll really depend on how tomorrow goes for me. I'm hoping I can multitask pretty well and get a lot of stuff done. Modded run going and you've never done Stardew Expanded? Do you have that, the new content to boost you through it? Very nice. Yeah, I never played Stardew modded, but I kind of got bored of Stardew regular, so I don't think modded would add as much to me. Lost, Spear. What's that about? I mean, other than, you know, a lost spear. Heck yeah. A lot of ocean left. Yeah, so I think placing blocks in the ocean is going to be the entire stream today, chat. Final Fantasy-esque RPG. Interesting. I have also never played a Final Fantasy game, so I'll have to figure that out in the future and do something like that. When you got a Switch gift card at Christmas, nice. I still have a little bit of cashola in my Steam wallet, so I should look at games at some point. 2 other games you haven't touched? I mean, you gotta get through the backlog eventually. Absolutely get through that backlog. Nemus on year 2, just a lot of mods to help with the early slog. A lot of endgame shit you haven't seen yet, vanilla or otherwise. Nice. Yeah, skip fishing, money cheats, etc. Just little things to get over the early stuff. That's fair. Yeah, I have never played anything modded that wasn't just a multiplayer experience, like Lethal Company or the other one that's like Lethal that's more recent. Those are the only games that I've really modded. I modded Minecraft before, I suppose, but that was, you know, another kind of different experience. I'm just usually content with playing games how they come out of the box. Especially if they have achievements. Even if the achievements are grindy. As long as the achievements work, because I still can't get that goddamn Ben 10 game out of my head. that I spent like 2 or 3 streams on trying to get all the achievements on stream, and then one would not pop for the life of me, so I started looking it up, and it was like, oh yeah, the Game Pass version has broken achievements that they're probably never gonna fix. And I'm like, I couldn't have found this before I started playing this. So that was a bummerino. 7 or 8 unplayed games across your sources. That's not bad. I probably have more than that, but I have not done like a solid inventory in a long while of that kind of thing. I also don't have that many like sources overall. I have Steam, Xbox on PC, and Switch. And that's pretty much it. I mean, technically Epic, but I have not opened Epic in a long time, and I don't really plan to. Not for any like larger scale reason other than I'm lazy and don't really have any games on there I'm interested in. Steam, Switch, and technically PS5. Gotcha. Yeah. That's kind of how I've been. I've always just been an Xbox guy. Even though I had PS3 before I got an Xbox 360. But the PS3 that I got broke, and 2 replacement ones also broke, so that was a big help in me not caring about PlayStation. What was that sound? That was a wild sound. Every time you had PS and Xbox. Gotcha. Midnight Walk. I don't know what that game is. Yeah, if you want to stream, you should stream. Of course, if you need any help with any setup stuff, I got you. If you're not trying to do any crazy shit, OBS is pretty damn easy to use. It's dark fantasy horror claymation. Interesting. I have never been a big fan of the claymation style, personally. But it's good that there's a lot of games that do, you know, implement it for those that like it. Or executive dysfunction? No, I feel that. That's why I am on medication for that. Thank you, controlled substances. Legal ones, don't sue me, Twitch. For everyone, but it's beautiful. The music too is gorgeous if you want to listen to it. I mean, you're asking the wrong person about music, Theo. But I'm glad you're enjoying it. Get back in there. That's a lot of eggs. Here. I did the thing. Stop it. Alright. Back to it. You know what? This is far enough away that I should replace everything properly here. I'm gonna build up some kelp until I have at least a stack before I start frying it again. Hate music. I don't hate music. I just don't listen to it, really. I mean, saying that, I have started listening to music a lot more since that I originally started saying that. So it is less accurate than it used to be. Um, but a lot of the time it is just like to have something in my ears so I'm not alone with my thoughts. It's not always very active listening. That was one of the big memes for a while, is that I hated music. I definitely fed into that meme. You have music in your ears? Yeah, I like having sound in my ears, but the fact that it's music is less important. That's just one of the more easily accessible things that also lets me use my brain. Because if I'm listening to like words, I am focused too much on the words. But if I'm listening to music, even if it's lyrical music, I'm able to separate it enough in my brain, and still get stuff done. Music helps you focus. Yeah, I suppose it does for me in the sense that it keeps me away from tangential thinking. I guess that's pretty much literally what focus is. So yeah, I don't know why I'm trying to quantify it so specifically. Haunting orchestral soundtrack. The Night Walk, as you covered. I am not into most dark/horror kind of games and experiences. I just don't have a strong fear reaction. So it's just one of the major devices that those use is kind of lost on me. So it's less worth it overall for me generally. I'm gonna run out of chicken just punching water. The walk plays a little like a walking sim, flight survival horror, and light puzzle. That's interesting. But it's more dark fantasy. I gotcha. Okay. Again, that hits on another genre I don't care about, though, is survival. Survival games in general don't do anything for me. Yeah, I'm very specific when it comes to games and genres. I kind of just want something that is gonna make my brain itch, or requires like a lot of perfection and repetition. That's why I like the Souls games as well, because it's really just learning patterns and then perfecting combos and stuff. That's good for me. Chad, I have to double check, but now that we finished Lego Star Wars and we're on pace to hopefully finish Kingdom Hearts 1 Proud Mode either next week or when I get back from vacation. We'll have to look at our next game on our list for March Madness from, I think, like 2023. We are now like 2 years past. I haven't finished all the incentives for yet. I think the next one may be Tetris Effect, which I have actually played once before, but I think like only once before. And I realized like, oh yeah, I'm not super into Tetris. That was something else I learned. Which is odd, because it is one of those games that can make your brain itch, and it is something you can just get like hyper good at. But I think that the main thing for me is that like the advanced tech that you kind of need to be like really good at the game, I think is what gets me. Gets me in a way of like, no thanks. But of course, you don't have to play it that way. My brain just goes there. I'm like, ooh, game has mechanic? Must be good at mechanic. Tetris Effect. It's going to affect you mentally. In which way, Nemo? Do you not like Tetris? Does it hurt your brain? Bad at strats in any capacity? No, I can be okay at strats. It just has to be the right kind for my brain. I'm very like hyper aware of what things I know I can understand quickly and what take a lot of effort. And if it's one of the things that takes a lot of effort, I am very less likely to indulge. Tetris is one of those skills for me. I enjoyed fucking with the old ass Tetris on the Game Boy port on Switch. Yeah, I mean, Tetris is still kind of the game it's always been. I don't think it's really evolved that much, in terms of like the gameplay and stuff. But of course, there's like the skill ceiling is just massive. My daily Ray reference. I do love watching Ray play Tetris. Because he has the right kind of brain for Tetris, and he sees the code. Even if he's not like, you know, infinitely well practiced. Still has that strong muscle memory that can carry him through a lot of Tetris. Is that the Bracey? Hi, Bracey. How you doing, buddy? Hope you're doing well. Good to see you. The one and only Bracey. That is very untrue, but sure. You might be cooked. Uh-oh. What'd you get into? What'd you get yourself into? Oh, did exclamation point Bray not work for you? Uh-oh. Oh, nope. It was asleep. It's on British time. There you go. What's the newest problem you have, Bracey? Sarah for 12 hours. Wow. I struggle to do anything for 12 hours straight. I barely breathe for 12 hours straight, to be honest. That is a long session, but it seems like it must have been fun. Full 12 hours? God. Maybe for like part 100, do like a 12-hour whole stream or something. Is that Renly? Hi, Renly. Hi, hi. Hope you're doing well. Chat, I'm starting to mentally realize that I'm going to Disney this weekend. It's starting to set in a little bit, I think. I have not been in almost 20 years. Going to Florida, LA. The one I'm going to is Disney World, which is the one in Florida. See you there. Let's go. That'd be such a Bracey move the first time coming to America, just going straight to Disney and nothing else and then leaving. Be such a Bracey move. Like 3 months later, Bracey posts pics of it in the Discord and we're like, what? Huh? Everyone's Texas Roadhouse. That's good. You don't have to go to Texas for those. They're just kind of around. I think Texas Roadhouse is the one I like. There's a few of them that have like similar enough names that my brain can't distinguish them properly, unless I really think hard about it. But I think Texas Roadhouse is the one I like. There's Texas Roadhouse. There's also Outback Steakhouse. There's like a third one that's like in the wrinkles of my brain right now, staying hidden. Waffle House, God. I just got the thought in my head of doing Texas Roadhouse and then Waffle House within like the same 12-hour span of like going to Texas Roadhouse for dinner, then going and getting drinks, and going to Waffle House at like 2 a.m. And I think I just lost 5 years of my life thinking about it. Dear God. Those like scary underwater sounds are kind of scary. So chat, the reason I had to cancel stream yesterday was because a couple of my friends are moving. And so yesterday was the last day of their old lease and the first day of their new lease, and they were swapping places. So they had to get everything moved out of the old place, everything moved into the new place. And of course they were doing this like earlier in the day because, you know, they had the whole day to do it. So they got like most of their stuff packed up. They were making a first huge trip over to the new place in like a massive U-Haul. And they couldn't move in when they got to the new place. They're like, yeah, the previous tenants are still moving out, so you guys can't move in until tomorrow. And they're like, what? They had a massive U-Haul that they had rented. That was full of all of their belongings because they were getting ready to unpack those belongings. And now they had nowhere to unpack the U-Haul. And nowhere to stay. So I was helping them figure out their plan. And I let them stay at my place, of course, overnight last night. And so we went out for dinner and drinks for them to try to forget about the terrible day they had. And then that was that. But today apparently was almost just as bad of a day, if not worse, depends how you look at it. They technically have the stuff in the new place, but the new place was left in such disarray by the previous tenants that their landlord has to bring in a cleaning crew to clean the house from top to bottom for them. And that's happening tomorrow. And so because of that, they couldn't move any of their stuff into the bulk of the house. So they have like all of their stuff in the basement right now. And I assume that's where they're sleeping tonight, in the basement. Technically, the bed frames are out of the U-Haul, I think. So they might have actual beds to sleep on. I don't know. But yeah. Should be illegal. It unfortunately can't be. But it is a super bad look. But at least they said the landlord is kind of like taking ownership of it. And they're like yoinking all of the previous tenants' security deposit to do all the cleaning and fixing things up that were left in disarray and or broken. So yeah, they've had a rough week so far. It's nowhere near over yet because now they gotta wait for the cleaning to happen tomorrow and then move all their stuff in. And then they still have to like try to get the rest of their stuff settled by the end of the week just to have it going. So it's been pretty wild for them. I feel bad for them. I'm glad I was able to help them out yesterday, and I've been getting all the drama firsthand. They've been telling me about it, so I've at least been an ear for them to speak to as well. Is that the Peachy? The time zone averse Peachy? Which one's Figment? I know I've heard of Figment. Which one's Figment? It is a good bet, Risky. Epcot's mascot, the purple dragon. Okay. Got it. I will keep an eye out. I know we're going to Epcot at least once, maybe twice. I have to get the rundown from Limes on our itinerary. You're gonna go there on your actual birthday and eat at Coral Reef. Is that a good spot? I also don't know any of this. I wish Limes was here to have the Disney talk with y'all, because Limes loves Disney and knows infinitely more about it than I ever will. She would know what that means, but I unfortunately do not. I'm gonna leave that stuff floating and just pick it up on the next inventory. because I'm sure we'll do like some of the fun restaurants and whatever, but I think a lot of the time we won't, just to save money. But it's like it's a close to 10-day trip, I think. I haven't really done the math on the days yet. Let's get this settled. This is alt. No, no. Yes. Hello. There's a lot of chicken happening here. Thank you, Peachy. Very important. Restaurant in their sustainability area. Aquariums around you. Ooh. That does sound fun. That is also very much Limes coded. So I'm sure Limes has either done that or at least wanted to do that in the past. Some of these guys are just gonna escape. I've come to learn at this point. I can probably do a culling again soon. Maybe even the next time I'm back. Let me do... I don't remember the order of my chests yet. I really got to learn that for my own well-being. I'm also going to put away one of these 2 shovels I have on. Oh, I'm going to put away both the shovels, actually. I'm not really using anything that would require shovels. Back to it. It was funny, Theo, because when I first read your message about eating at Coral Reef, I added a word in, or whatever. I read it as eat a Coral Reef. And I was like, oh, that's a choice. Oh, I found the Renly, the Renly image, whole image of the week. Incredible. Thank you, Renly. Okay. You're the parrotfish now, eating all my coral reef. It's either my walls or my reefs. They keep Theo away. Chat, is it Reefs or Reeves? Like the actor. My brain wants me to say Reefs, but my muscle memory wants me to say Reeves. My little reefy weefies. Reefs. Keanu Reefs, that's the one. That's the bitch. There is no V. Yeah, it just feels like there kind of should be. The dude with the face. I don't think that narrows it down for you. I'm going to be completely honest with you. I'm sorry you had to hear it from me. Skill issue? Alright, grow up. Jeez Louise. But Peachy, I hope you're doing good and I hope your trip's going well. Everything I hope is good. Cold outside. God, that's gross. I've said this before, chat. I would rather have 90 degrees than even 60 degrees. I do not like the cold. Peachy, is it still sunny out? I know it's like 1 a.m. or something there. 62 degrees right now. God. Yeah, that would not be as fun for me. But hey, to those that love the cold, you can keep the penguins. That's fine. I don't need them that bad. It's 3:30. Yeah, that's about what I said. So is the sun still out? The sun is rising. Oof. I hate when my jokes aren't jokes. Oof. I think over 75. Stick of 75 is pushing it. Nah, I'm fine with 80s is comfortable. 90s is tolerable. 100s is pushing it, but still like not the end of the world. Ichi, is your sleep schedule bad, or is this just a special morphication? Seeking to prove how unhinged I am? Disagree. All of the above. Got you. 90 tolerable is crazy. I'm more used to it though, Brasky. That's a part of it. I've been dealing with 90-degree temperatures, you know, probably for 30 to 45 days out of the year since I've been a kid. So I've just, you know, gotten more used to it and started to like it. 30 to 45 days? I don't know, actually. That's a thing I don't know. Oh, well, for you specifically, that is, yeah. That's probably closer to, what, 100 to 150 days of the year for you? When you're in the States? Nah, but now I have to Google this for myself. Hold on. How many days a year is NJ over the degrees? Oh. What? It's lower than I thought. So apparently in New Jersey right now, it's about 17 to 23 days per year on average. But I feel like this year we've already had close to that. It's not even August yet. All right, let me say how many days this year. Oh, wow. Yeah, there's already, there's already 32 days over 90 degrees where I am. It does say the average is still closer to 20 by this time of year. But, yikes. Nah, but I mean, yikes in general for our planet that we're exceeding the averages by so much. But yay for me specifically getting my warm temperatures. Because I would be completely fine just moving further south where it's supposed to be warmer, longer, and later. And Limes is almost okay with that. It's just family is a thing. And that would require us to be away from family. You know how averages work? Generally, yeah. I took AP stats in high school. It's like a bell curve and something like that. Standard deviation is a buzzword I remember. That's the thing. Even considering averages and standard deviation, unless it's a non-uniform curve, having 32 days already above 90 degrees when the average is close to 20 is pretty out there in terms of what it's supposed to be. Chat, should I take an IQ test for funsies? I know all forms of standardized testing are, like, inaccurate as hell and not very helpful. But, it is something I'd be curious to see. What a very specific subset of people say is my intelligence quotient. I shouldn't. Is that knowledge gonna go to my head, you think? Can we have too high of an IQ? Or targeted specifically towards rich people? I mean, that's most standardized testing in general, though, because access to education is usually correlated to money. I'd probably never do an IQ test if I had to actually like, pay for it. Like if I found a freebie one that's like, yeah, we'll tell you. It's not just like a BuzzFeed quiz. Interesting, Theo. I'd have to look into that more. It's definitely believable. I'd just be interested to see the specifics of it. Yeah, I mean, I know there's almost definitely other ways to determine like learning and intellectual growth. But I mean, that's outside of the realm of things I've really studied. But it does seem to be, at least for now, a necessary evil to have at least some levels of standardized testing in schools. I feel like I have not made a lot of progress today. And I mean, it does also stink that this is just all kind of cleanup work anyway, so none of this has been progress, period. But I have been going for over an hour now. And it's only been a couple hundred blocks. How many blocks has it been? It's been 235 blocks. Yikes. Out of the essentially 8,000. I need to at least check off and sign off on around the perimeter here. It's interesting because the water is mostly like in the beginning and in the end. So I'm dealing with it now and I'll deal with it later too. I'm actually going to have to seriously think about if I'm going to run out of cobblestone or not. That might start becoming a reality. Yo, is that Ryder? Hi, Ryder. How you doing, my friend? I hope you're doing well. I'm so sorry about the 12 pomps you now have in your collection. Incandescence. How's it going? It's going well. I was just saying that we're doing kind of maintenance work today. This is the outside barrier. I'm just flood-proofing my walls right now to the inside. Phew, getting a pomp as well, up to 34 in the pocket there. I'm so sorry. I'm realizing I am gonna have to start doing the inside, even just to get to a spot where I get more blocks. But I don't know. I'm gonna keep doing this though, against my own advice, because if it becomes a problem, then I'm going to have to find a solution. Even if it's a man-made problem, a Marf-made problem. There you go. So were you digging a massive hole? Yes. So I am digging a massive hole, and that has come with an absurd amount of cobblestone. However, I am currently using a lot of this cobblestone to shore up the perimeter of the hole to avoid flooding in the future parts of the hole. And in doing so, I'm using up a lot of the cobble supply. And the beginning of the next rotation in, which will be this inside part here, as you can see, is also water and will also require an obscene amount of cobble. So what might end up happening is I might end up running out of cobble either on my journey around the outside here or in my beginning of the next inner perimeter. And in either case, I will need to start mining to get more cobble. Even if it means not being directly where I need to be. I think that would be a problem. Yeah, it really shouldn't be a problem, but numbers are big. And although I have big numbers, there are numbers that are bigger than the big numbers I have bigged. The ocean's getting deeper again, which means I'm going to be using more cobble. I'm getting closer to the ice, though, which isn't even a good thing, per se, because I'll probably have to, like, either get rid of some of the ice or just really putter around it in increasing the perimeter here. The abyss is staring at me to the right. Looks like it's about 10-ish blocks deeper. From what I've been able to see there. So it could be worse, but it definitely could be better. Especially because it's for an undefined distance here. Not seem to get better for a bit. Another thing that's just annoying about the deeper is sometimes I have to actually pause to get my breath back above water. But when it's like this deep, I can still pretty much replenish every time. That becomes a non-issue for me. I'm gonna run out of chicken here soon too. I'm gonna have to do a culling. Some more chicken rocking. I still have a couple other food options, but they are kind of scarce still, and I really don't feel like going and hunting fish right now. Alright, hold on, chat. We got a Limesy Limes text. Yeah, like my air didn't get all the way back up that time, so I gotta be a little careful. I'm gonna grab my lumbar pillow. By that I mean a pillow that I have in my bed that I'm just putting by my lumbar. I'm feeling a little Mr. Krabs. I'd rather not feel it. It's not like that. Okay. Also fixes my posture a little bit just by the sake of it. Considering my chair, I don't really lie back or sit back in as much as I probably should for posture purposes. Old man Marv, man, I'm feeling it. As I was mentioning earlier, I had a neurologist appointment today, and I have a couple tests to do. Going for some x-rays tomorrow, just to see my bone patterns. And then the day after, on Wednesday, I have some ANS testing, which stands for Autonomic Nervous System testing, which will hopefully be able to tell if be able to tell us if I have something wrong with my nervous system. The doctor, this is my first time seeing that neurologist. She seems nice. She does seem like she is a people doctor and not just a customer doctor. So I've been telling it to people today. Where like, I feel like she cares about my well-being overall. And she even like mentioned like, hey, when you get your x-rays, make sure you don't go here or here because they upcharge you, go here or here instead. Am I at the point where I want them to find something? Basically, I've been like that for like a year and a half. I don't care what they find. I just need it to be something so I can start to learn how to either treat it, mitigate it, or live with it. It's really where I'm at. It's not a good place to be, but it is a place that I am. It is very tough having a chronic illness and no diagnosis. But, hey, I'm still kicking for now, right? So that's something. But literally, it's kicking my ass in the sense that it, is very heavily tied to my energy levels. And the fact that I don't have energy levels at this point in time. Yeah, you're gonna get cold soon. It's fine. You can be here, I guess. Everybody come back. It's probably a waste to... Oops. Do that. Took a screenshot by accident. Alright. Alright. It's culling time. Sure, there's 2 left. They can stay. I knocked 2 torches off here. Only chickens? Yeah, I'm sorry for that noise, chat. I'm sure that was a lot. But, food sources, man. Nice to have. Alright, and I got some back from all these eggs. I'll take it, I suppose. Let me get these cooking. Let me put these feathers away. It's the wrong chest. There you go. Cool. Fair, but wow, yeah. Yepers. Okay, wheat still isn't in my inventory. It's not wheat. And that's 9 more bread. That's pretty nice. I have enough chicken for now that I can just run back with what I got. Gotta keep the cow replenished, but I can just be in there. That's fine. More stone. Where are we at? Here. So yeah, so we still have plenty of double chests, but I'm not convinced that all of them will be enough. Yeah, we can extra stack. And back we go. Time to place more blocks. Alright, now we have run far enough. We'll keep placing blocks on the outside of the hole. Alright. I don't know if I'll have enough cobble for this undertaking. Bring it back to the earth where it belongs. Hydrate from Theo. Sure. Let's do it. Thank you, Theo. refreshing. Oh,
Battery 80%.
there we go. Killing with the battery. I did work from home today, but while I was at the doctor's, I had my headphones charging, and then when I got back from the doctor's, I was just playing stuff out loud on my speakers anyway. Yeah, I gotta start just streaming with this pillow behind my back to start. It's actually feeling better. God damn it. I don't know why it's such a thing of like, this thing made me feel better. I dislike it because of that. I don't know where that like feeling comes from, but it's real. It happens to me a lot. It's like, I am mad that I've done something to improve my life. Oh wait, shit, I got another Limes text that I forgot to answer. Whoopsies. Kitty snuggles? Hell yeah, Theo. For some of the best snuggles. And hi, Nate. Welcome in. As for the hole, we are currently outside of the hole. We're outside of our designated hole containment area. Not by a lot, by a little. I knew I missed a block there. I think we're coming up on an iceberg. Is that what I saw? Oh no, it's just very tall land. Yeah, the icebergs are further away. Nice. Beautiful. Still true to this day. That quote. Nate, how was your stream earlier? You're doing a makeshift Monday, right? How did that go for you? It went well. I always tell when it's 10 p.m. because my screen starts turning orange. Saving my eyes and my sleep patterns. Right, the NFC West stuff you're doing. Very nice. Glad that's going well. I got it done fast enough. You think you can just do both South divisions next week to wrap it all up? Ooh, double division. Oh yeah. Is that the Mad Stone Man? Sheesh. That a sight for sore eyes. Hi, Mad Stone. Hope you're doing well, dude. Long time no see. The depths made whale sounds just for your approach. Ooh, got some night rain groups happening here. The only thing bad about my night mode is it makes the dark pretty dark. Because orange is dark, and it is also dark, which makes the dark more dark. I digress. Yeah, that's the only way that I know Madstone isn't like off the face of the earth, as I see his Discord status say that he's playing Night Rain. I'm like, alright, all's right in the world. Dealing with more surgery? Is it more mouth stuff? Or is this some other thing that I either don't know about or forgot about? I like how for the fact that it's a little darker now for me because my night mode kicked in on my monitors. I keep like looking over to my OBS being like, oh, OBS is always brighter than the gameplay. And I'm like, well, not when both screens are goddamn orange. Wow, well, I hope it goes as smoothly as possible for you, Madstone. Considering all you've already been through with all that junk. Yale needed to fix it? God, you're a test case now. Why are my screens orange? I have a night mode set on my monitors, Vio. So when it hits 10 p.m., my monitors, all the blue light gets sucked out of them and replaced with just the orange. So that hopefully I sleep better at night and easier. I've also considered just getting the quote-unquote gamer glasses that are blue light blocking. I should actually see if, I think Limes got herself some because she has been working extremely long days with her PhD work. So she's been staring at screens the whole time for that. She might actually have those here. One more second, chat. I'm answering a Lime T text. Oh, now I have to tell Lime's chat says hi. Okay, cool. Okay. What did I miss in chat? Fio's slorping again. God damn it, Fio. Or am I? That's right, I think that's right. Stay out of my blue. Well, you can kind of have the blue light after 10 p.m. You know, we can have shared custody of the blue light on my PC. How about that? You have a blue light filter coating on your glasses. Very nice, yeah. Next time I get glasses, I might do that, but I'm also considering getting contacts, so I might not do that if I end up doing contacts more regularly than glasses. That is a probably fall problem. Or at least a after I get back from vacation problem. All in, all light blocking, game blindfolded. I'm bad enough at games. I don't need to be blindfolded. There's enough comedy with my errors when I can see. Astigmatism, yikes. I don't know what my percentages are on my glasses or anything like that, but it's not what we all got. And it's not any of that. Yo, good night, Ryder. Thanks for hanging out. Hope you had a nice, vibey whole sesh here. Wean you into the rest of your evening. I hope you have a great rest of your evening and a great day tomorrow. Thanks for stopping in. Got Dr. Bracey prescribing more blue light. I see, I see. I crave the red light. Side note, I'm definitely not a lizard. The first thing I actually went to was, like, photography. Because aren't there, like, red lights for the curing or whatever? Photos? I don't know how that works, to be honest. He wants all the lights. J Doyle, hell yeah. Working on hole while watching hole. That is Inception. That is immersion is what that is. That is true immersion and dedication to the craft. Minecraft. Hole squared. Group hole. Those are a lot of words. I don't know what I think about them, to be honest with you. Oh, chat, for those who weren't here earlier, we finally have a quote 69 now in chat. It doesn't start without the shared hole. The shared squared hole. Oh, but that's actually true because it's also Minecraft. That's like a big old meme joke thing. Matt Stone getting a daily pomp, the 116th daily pomp. And I feel like you haven't been here in forever and like nobody's close to you in pomps. That's incredible. Well done, Matt Stone. Part 2000 of Hole. Wondering why Hole is on the mind. It's not part 2000 yet. Oh, what did I miss up here? Uh-oh. Happened here? I'm confused. I don't know what I did. I love because Twitch is a shit. That's true. You did have a lot of problems loading streams. I remember that for you. What happened here? Is that all that happened here? I think it is. Okay. Going up. I think we're back on track, chat. Give you notifications of me going live. Oh, it does also do that. That's true. Lime says hi back, chat. Yeah, she appreciates it. OG Hole by Sword King 0900? I don't know what that is, so probably not. It's not ring a bell to me, JW. Was it anything like what we're doing? Probably less psychotic. I mean, you'd be surprised. I did watch the OG Hole that had Stanley Yelnats in it. That was a pretty good one. I guess that was technically plural. I don't know if that matters in this situation. Dry skid. Vio, no, moisturize. Ooh, it's time for us to take a pause, chat. Let me find where that is, actually. You do moisturize. Sheesh. Version Bedrock tried to mine out an entire Xbox 360 Minecraft world. That's right. It's because in the old 360, the map was only... map was super small. It was like, what, It was more than 500 by 500, I think, but I don't think by a lot. It was small on the 360. I do remember that. But anyway, let's go. After earning a degree in mechanical engineering, Doug joins Sicker Sky Aircraft, but found the pace too slow. He yearned for action and innovation, so he took a position at Ford Motor Company in product development, which he hoped would be his dream job. Instead, he found himself stuck in the slow lane again, making incremental improvements on a luxury car that was only 2% better than last year's model and still 3% behind Japan. Ford did pay for him to get simultaneous master's degrees in engineering and management from MIT and MIT Sloan School. He gobbled up books about legendary engineering projects, the personal computer at Xerox's Palo Alto Research Center, the stealth fighter and the U-2 at Lockheed's top-secret Skunk Works, the Macintosh at Apple. These stories made him ache to be part of something electrifying. After 5 years of crushing frustration at Ford, he needed to break out. In his emotional way, he characterized his decision to leave the transportation industry as traumatic. He moved to Johnson & Johnson. Interesting work, but he missed wheels. There you go. There he met Dean, who, with a sharp eye for engineering talent, mentioned to Doug that he had just the project for someone with his passions. Doug had spent his career in large corporations. Working for a small R&D company would be a big change, so it took him a while to find the nerve to send Dean a letter. But a few days after doing so, Doug was in New Hampshire undergoing one of Decca's grueling interviews. He did fine, but when he wasn't shown the secret project he'd be working on, Fred, he balked at the job offer. Harley Davidson was pressuring him to take a job too. The night before he had to choose, he woke up in a cold sweat with a clear conviction that even though he didn't know what he would be doing at Decca, working on a $15,000 motorcycle would be trivial. So he took Dean's offer. On his first day at Decca, he saw Fred. I had a huge panic, he recalled. It had wheels and it was new. Oh my god, what if I hadn't come here and then I saw when it came out? The idea was almost unbearable, which reveals his temperament and aspirations. On that first day, he saw something else that made his jaw drop. An engineer in cowboy boots and a western shirt holding a cup of coffee as he zipped down the hall in a strange little two-wheeled contraption called Marianne. And that is where... It was 864 by 864. Okay, so I was, close. But there we go. Let me mark down which page I was on so I don't forget. Good. You don't understand any of that? That is the point. You're welcome. But Nima, do you actually not understand the material there? I never know who has been around for different things. But Renly, I'm so sorry to throw work at you away from work. Just the book, we did a compilation of me reading it. That should theoretically be possible, but I have not been keeping track of when I've been reading it. So somebody would have to really comb through and find every page. You don't work there? Hawk does though, right? I guess it's his work, not yours, but still. I'm sure you have enough of a jump scare from his work of being mean to him. Yeah, no. That was a rough one, Nemo. That was a rough one. Oh boy, Madsen's been back for all 20 minutes and he's politicking in chat. Here we go. Nature is healing. Politics, what is a historical fact? You know what I mean. You very well know that I'm referring to conversation in chat. It could be it could cause stress and or division. But yeah, let's move on topics if we so could, chat. We appreciate it. Oh, good, chat. I have a package on the way. Oh, that's a raid. That's a raid. Let's go. Welcome in, Tyler and friends. Welcome, welcome. For anyone new here, my friend, wow, my name, that's the one, is Marfman101, aka Marf. I'm a variety streamer. I do a lot of multiplayer, collabs, challenge runs. I forgot my spiel. That part of my spiel just went out of my ears. Yeah. And I'm currently doing Minecraft Hole, which is where I am digging a 2000 by 2000 hole in Minecraft, and we are currently placing blocks in a stark contradiction to the usual patterns here, because I am getting the outside of the hole ready to not get flooded when I eventually get down past sea level. If anyone has to raid run, I completely understand. Thank you all so much for coming on in with raid. More importantly, thanks you all for supporting Tyler. Tyler, what are you up to? You're doing Sonic Heroes. How is that going? Is this a first playthrough, a speed run, a comfort playthrough? What do you got going on with it? And edible blocks. I mean, I would probably take a bite at a cobblestone. Just to, you know, get a teeth feel for it. Sponge, I do not want to eat. The texture of that would probably give me the heebie-jeebies. Lava block? Well, that's a drink, not a food, so that's an L right there. A moss block. True, Renly. True. Very Renly-esque answer. Beneath the iron block. Theo, you just need more iron in your diet is what I'm gathering from this playthrough. Mostly fun. First stream playthrough. Did get Sonic too hard until near the end. It's a great success. Well done. Well done. Did not let the jank get to you. Want all the iron. Making the block look satisfying. Stop picking the drink blocks. Pick an actual food block. Netherrack probably tastes like cherries. I feel like Netherrack tastes like what are they called? The goddamn, why do I have such brain fog today? Fuck. The, like lozenges? Like the cherry lozenges that have the menthol or whatever in them. That's what I feel like Netherrack would taste like. Ricola. The worm in my brain. Racekeep, why do you get it borderline back on the politics? God damn it. Not even from here. Netherrack would definitely taste like black licorice. I could see that as well. It can't be something as standard as cherry. It can definitely have a cherry vibe to it, but there's no way it could be just cherry. Netherrack looks too spicy for that. How's that politics? If you don't know, it's fine, but you did say something that was accidentally, politically, tinted. Yeah, there's Theo to let you know what it was. Yeah, but chat, I got a notification that a package is coming in for me. I have ordered an adapter for my GameCube so I can play it through HDMI. Which means I could also technically capture it. Which I hadn't even considered until now. But I did it specifically because my my TV in my living room right now doesn't have composite as an input. So I got this to be able to play it out there. But I'm realizing now that that also means I can probably capture it with my capture card. So theoretically, I could play actual GameCube games on stream. Well, your favorite Nintendo era? Same, although I didn't have very many that I was involved in. I didn't have an N64. I didn't have a Wii, but I played a bunch at other people's houses and stuff as a kid. That was fine, but it didn't hit, like, just didn't hit. And the GameCube controller is still OP as well. Best Mario parties? I mean, they're the ones I played the most. I don't know about best. I'd still say they're probably better than any of the Switch ones. There's what now? 3 Switch ones? I think it's still the, like, what is it? 4 through 7 or no, 4 through 8 that were on the GameCube. And I never played any of the N64 Mario parties either. I don't have reference for those either. Animal Crossing, I do have GameCube Animal Crossing. I forget what it's called. The sub line or the header line or whatever for it. But I do have that. Remember at GameCube growing up, I played the shit out of Luigi's Mansion on there at a buddy's house. Yeah, Luigi's Mansion for me was very fun because it was a game my sister and I connected over growing up because she was too scared to play it, but she really liked the design of it and the play style and everything and the whole shebang. So she would ask me if I could play it so she could watch me play it. But I guess that's the first time I streamed was playing Luigi's Mansion for my sister in our living room. But yeah, I also don't even have Luigi's Mansion physically right now because as a kid, it was a game that I, had beat and at one point. So I was like, all right, well, I beat this game. If I want more games, I have to trade this one in. So I did just that. Chibi Robo, if you say that too loud, you're gonna summon Peachy. Peachy also wants me to play Chibi Robo. Egg. Okay, there should be more. Yep, some cooking there. I'm just gonna wait for this to finish to throw another stack in there because I'm inventory issues. Do it. I will eventually, probably. Asterisk. No promises. Last time I promised something, March Madness is now in its 3rd year, so I gotta be careful that I promise. But yeah, I got some GameCube games I could probably play on stream. If I can get the capture to work. Ah, burn. Okay, that's going now, that's going now. Okay. Fill back up on cobble. And back I go. Chat, before I forget, I'm gonna take my nighttime supplements. Everyone remember to take your meds and or supplements if you also usually do so around this time. Gonna take my magnesium, so hopefully I sleep better. Damn it, Renly. Oh, thanks for the hydrate, Jado. That goes very well with my supplements. Huge. Thank you. Sadly, didn't have a ton of GameCube games, so you had to play what you had a lot. Yeah. I mean, that was the whole thing of also being a kid, right? You didn't get new games too often, so you really just had to play what you had. There are my supplements taken. Chat, is anyone interested in me going through the GameCube games I have? I have a decent amount, and they're all in one, like, container. So I could pretty easily go through them. Well, going through them would be reminding myself of exactly what I had, yeah. And then showing it off the stream. If there's enough interest, I can start showing off my collection. I also don't want to interrupt Hole too much for the die-hard holders out there. Oh, also, Brasky, can you quote Friendly's message there? I kind of want that one quoted. Like quotes that are especially heinous out of context. Thank you, Brasky. Hey, and there's one of the Madstone quotes. Very relevant. God, quote nipple works, huh? That's a shame. Bad day to have eyes. Yo, good night, Jay Doyle. Thanks for vibing, and I hope you made some good progress on your own hole as well. See you next time, friend. That was the one about cracked the least cursed one in that area. I guess because it's the most logical sentence, kind of, sort of. A lot of in the depths sounds in the ocean that I'm not a fan of. Hey chat, we probably have about no more than half an hour left in stream. I do need to get some good sleep tonight, considering my sleep score was abysmal last night. And I had a busy day today, and I still have a semi-busy day tomorrow. Just a reminder for anyone else who's heading out around now. No stream tomorrow, but I will be streaming both Wednesday and Thursday. My last streams before vacation. They are both collabs. Wednesday will be starting around 8 p.m. EDT. And it will be Uno first to 5K. We're reviving that again. We've done our standard like month and a half to 2 months off between parts. And we will be back with that with myself, Sega, Gamekind, and Nate. And then Thursday, we'll be back to Lies of P, the Overture DLC. First playthrough race between myself and Sega, where I am on one of the hardest bosses, apparently, of the DLC. Uh-oh. Uno. Sega still hasn't technically confirmed that he can make that, right? I'm assuming he can. He just hasn't checked Discord, but, we'll see. Okay, so we got 2 banger streams to cap it off before I go on vacation. And then when I get back, we'll be back to business as usual. I was kind of hoping I could finish off Kingdom Hearts 1 Proud Mode before vacation, but I do not have enough days left to do so. Because tomorrow night, even though I'm not streaming, I have to do pretty much a majority of my packing for the trip, minus, of course, like last-second clothes and fixtures and things like that, and things I need daily. Because with me streaming Wednesday and Thursday and having to leave very early Friday morning, I cannot leave much to Friday morning. Yes, Matsu and I am going to Disney World with Limes and her family. Don't forget the 30 pairs of underwear. Friendly, I'm a guy. I own 3 pairs of underwear, so I'll pack 2 of those, thank you. Need to keep an emergency pair here if I somehow lose my luggage. Just go naked, God. Listen, TSA just told me I can keep my shoes on. I think they're gonna want everything else on as well. Loaded in the summer. Yeah, it's mostly fine, Madstone. It's just gonna be the humidity that'll suck, but Limes and I both really like the heat as it is. So, we will be fine in that sense. What if I shit myself every day? Well, I guess some of my shorts can become emergency underwear. I'll just free ball it a couple days. Maybe because you had the words shit yourself together like that Twitch thought it was a threat. You were just telling me to shit myself. Hey, streamer, shit yourself. Expecting air to be gaseous, not half liquid. Yeah, like I said, that will be the hardest part of it. But the heat itself, give me 90s, give me low hundreds, I'll be fine. I'm already dehydrated as it is. I can always just, you know, have less water in me. It's fine. Streamer, please shit yourself. It's been 17 minutes. Please. I live for this. A heat freak. Yeah, thank you for specifying which version of freak I am, because it changes on the day. Sometimes to the minute. Mods, shit his pants. Yeah, I still have some tolerance for humidity, but no, dry heat is really where it's at. Just mail me to Arizona. Give me that dry heat. But no, I think if Limes and I were to move south, we would probably want to do one of the Carolinas. But that is not a super realistic idea, especially at this point in our lives, so we have not really put much thought into that. Risky, can you quote Nate's message? That's also very funny. Carolinas are actually really nice. Yeah, Limes is the one that put me onto them, essentially. She visited one of them at one point and, you know, did research after that. Was fairly smitten with the idea of it. You're actually born in the Carolinas? Nice. I'm glad you enjoyed it, considering you were born there. Kentucky, we have floors. Chris, he went to bed. That bastard. Doesn't he know he's on the fucking clock? When the fuck did we get ice cream? Oh, that's Fair Metso. Friendly, I only know that scene because of Ray. Because of how it's one of his favorite scenes. I know nothing about the movie it's from, I just know that scene. Did your college thesis in the Carolinas? Ah, nice. Thank you, Brasky. Had 3 quotes today. That's pretty good pace set for ourselves here. The more we have, the more we'll forget them. And they'll catch us off guard. Oh, there's Liz. Hi, Liz. So, chat, you know some of the IRL friends I told you I was helping out yesterday? Liz is a part of that group, even if she wasn't involved in the chaos that was yesterday specifically. God damn it, Mastode. Buy Game Freak and rename it to Marf Freak. I'm just gonna buy Patrick and rename him the Marf Freak. I couldn't even get that joke out. Fuck. Ugh. What else is new, Theo? But Liz, hey, you get to go to bed soon. That's cool. To be fair, Liz, the fact that you're cat sitting right now is probably one of the few reasons you're breathing. IMO. You don't get to go to bed soon? Why don't you get to go to bed soon? Do you have to... Oh, do you have to drive home from... Waiting for the rest of them to come to you? Wait, but you're cat sitting. Why are they coming to you? What? Oh, they're staying there? At, like, your uncle's place or wherever you are? Yeah, I was thinking about that. I assumed they were just gonna kind of sleep in the basement or whatever. Wild. But hey, you get a bunch of your roommates for the night. Woo! I mean, they are your actual roommates. But... Justice did call me, though, and gave me the update on everything. At least there's couches there. Yeah, that's fair. Oh, you have to ask them what they thought of my couch. The 2 that slept here. I hope they enjoyed it. They were gone before I woke up, so I didn't get to ask them myself. And I was gonna say they could have just come back to my place again tonight, but I'm hoping that your uncle's place is at least closer than my place is now to the new place. Yeah, I mean, soon the nightmare will be over, theoretically, right? I liked it clearly better than a floor. Would they even have had a floor yesterday? Would they have just had their cars? Much closer? Yeah, I figured. ground then. Grass. God. Has Tristan ever gone camping? I feel like he's not a camper. I don't know. That made me think of that. He does not strike me as a camper, but also I like the idea of him in like a Boy Scout gear. He has gone camping, like on purpose. Seems unlike him. Or unless it was like glamping. Yes, on purpose. Okay. Seem to like it. Wild. I would have gotten that question wrong in Tristan trivia. Hurling the shade tonight? I always hurl a shade, Madstone. Don't pretend I don't. You know, you receive a good portion of my shade. Yeah, the secret is safe with Liz, the 12 people watching right now, and the VOD that Tristan is actually not 0% likely to watch. More than 0% likely to watch. Tristan also enjoys whole. Also, I hope Max was watching tonight at some point, because all I've been doing is placing blocks the entire 2 hours I've been streaming. He loves when I place blocks. I'm playing Deltarune. How is that going? I have it all done and on YouTube, Madstone. I enjoyed it very much, chapters 3 and 4, and I am theorizing to hell and back, waiting for chapter 5. Wait, why was Max in a bad spot? He's not even at the house. He's doing his own shit. What? But yes, Deltarune is very good. Liz and I have also been theorizing on it. Yo, good night, Nate. Thank you for hanging out. Appreciate you, dude. See you next time. Needed a new place for his stuff, apparently. Oh. Yeah, a bunch of his stuff, I guess, is still with the guys, right? End of 3 being some refusing to let what is clearly supposed to be scripted happen. Madstone, you may want assistance there. I will leave that up to you. Feel free to DM me if you would like any sort of hint and or confirmation one way or another. Like you plowed through Deltarune. Yeah, I mean that's the fun thing is Deltarune is honestly pretty replayable. Hey Liz, who's Theo? Is there a Theo in your life all of a sudden? Is that your the new trainee at work? Is that Theo? Not to be confused with Theo. Theo. The other you. Let me know right now. Taking a day or two to reset until the saga stops linking to dreams. Oh yeah. Theo, Liz mistyped through. She was, I guess, trying to do THRO as Theo, and then it happened technically 3 times. And then I was making a joke about how Theo sounds like Theo and how they should not be confused with one another. Your hatred's personification is now Theo. Incredible. And so Theo's doing pretty well for himself, huh? Considering how much hatred you have to be personified. Well, they better be tears of hatred or Theo's going hungry tonight. Alright, we're getting close to the icebergs. I think that will happen next time. I will finish up this inventory real quick, and I think we're going to wrap there, chat. I want to keep going because I've been enjoying chatting with y'all. And this has been very nice and relaxing after a long day. But a part of this being nice and relaxing means I need to make good use of it and actually get some good sleep tonight. So I will be wrapping up in the next 5 or so minutes. Oops. Eat this for the week only. I mean, you probably wish you were asleep right now. There's that. Oh, you're weak. God, you're working on that though. Also, Liz, I don't know if I updated you. It's not the point. Funny. But I have X-rays scheduled for tomorrow, and then the other tests scheduled for Wednesday. So I will have all of my testing complete before I even go on vacation at this point. Alright, so here we are, chat. We're going to end today's progression point at X1001, Z502. So almost exactly 500 blocks in, which is only a quarter of a quarter. And we've spent 2 hours on this just trying to get the outside blocked off so I don't flood the inside at any given point. Yikes. There's a lot of ocean left, but there's going to be a lot of non-ocean, so I will be able to kind of just, like, skip over a portion of it. But I will also need to, like, climb some mountains and, like, figure their shit out. But yeah. Yeah, all my testing will be done. I just have to hope my boss doesn't get mad when I tell I need to take more sick time this week. I'd rather do the whole in just ocean or just mountains. Probably just mountains. I don't like... I would rather have the risk of dying to fall damage than having to manage my breath underwater. That is a good question, Madison. Alright. Remember your place. Are any of these ready to harvest? Not you. Not you. Not you. Not you, not you. Okay, nothing ready to harvest. Just get this reset. Okay. And then I will check for eggs. No eggs. Cringe. I will fill up on cobblestone. And then we will call it there, I suppose. Again, I don't want to call a stream off, and I'm not even, like, deadly tired right now, but the whole point is that I don't get deadly tired. Which is annoying, but that is the quote-unquote right way to do it. Okay. So, heading off in that direction, we have our sand, which is our 1000 coordinate, our inside, our 999 coordinate, and the outside at the 1001 coordinate. I heard an egg, but now I don't have inventory space. That is kind of depressing. YouTube! Thank you so much for watching this part part 43. Which has been wild that we've made it this far. Part 44 coming soon. Whether you like it or not, it'll be there. It's gonna be in the playlist. You'll have to know its existence is there. Well, now that you've heard this at least. But thank you, YouTube. Like, comment, subscribe, all the good stuff. We'll see you next time. I love you. Bye-bye, YouTube.